What's up, everybody? Iron Banner is going to be coming back soon, so I wanted to go over a couple PvP builds that I've been enjoying and using to maybe convince you if you're going to play Iron Banner, maybe you want to take these builds into Crucible if you don't have a build that you enjoy already. Starting with the Warlock. Now, full disclosure, I have no Titan builds. So if you're Titan main, I'm sorry. I got no builds for you. Use just whatever you like. I know Titans have been using Peregrine Greaves with a high melee stat to one-shot people. You can use that. I'm mainly a hunter player, and I just happen to have one Warlock build that I enjoy. So I'm going to show that off first, and then I'm going to hop over to hunter build. So just disclaimer, if you're a Titan, I got nothing for you. I'm sorry. Anyway, here is the one Warlock PvP build I have. This is a Nothing Manacles build with just straight Hawkmoon and Perceptual. So Hawkmoon, you already know what it does. I have opening shot with smooth grip, and here's everything else. If you don't know, you can go into your collections. I believe it's still a thing. You can go into your collections and just spam Hawkmoons, and you'll get random rolls. So if you don't have a good Hawkmoon that you enjoy, definitely go get one, because this thing is consistent. It feels good. And if you can get those consistent headshots, that last bullet, that one shots just feels so nice. Anyway, here is the Kepler shotgun. It is a precision frame. If you have a better shotgun, use that shotgun. Mainly, this is just a shotgun slot. This is the best shotgun I have, I think, in slot right now. It has threat detector. It has slide shot, 84 range. It's handling masterwork. Like, this thing is just nice for me, especially since the subclass I'm using, you'll see in a little bit. Nothing Manacles, you know what it does. It gives you 2 scatter nades, and they're enhanced. When they pop, they don't explode right away. They kind of open up, and then they track whatever you throw them at. I have this mainly because I like the tracking, and it's 2 grenades. Voidwalker, I run Nova Bomb Vortex. It's the one that goes, it shoots fast, and then it explodes and creates a little portal there. If you can't aim your Nova Bomb, I know it's hard sometimes. It shoots fucking fast. So if you can't aim, I recommend going with Cataclysm. It's the classic Nova Bomb. It goes slow, it tracks, it explodes, and then it has the Seekers. So definitely, if you want to run Cataclysm, do that. I run Vortex because with this build, I am quick. I am running around. I am going places, and I need my super to be snappy. I need to be able to blink, throw my super, and be ready for my next engagement, which, again, I am using Blink. Now, Void Walker is the only class I like to use Blink in PvP. I don't know why. Maybe it's because my hunter, I'm not used to I'm used to being fast on my hunter already. I'm used to triple jump, so I don't like Blink. But on Warlock, I don't like the Warlock's jump, but Blink, I love it on Voidwalker. I don't know why. I can't get used to it on my hunter, but on Warlock, Blink is the way to go. Scatter nades for Nothing Manacles. We're using Child of the Old God so that we can get a little weakening. We can get a little grenade and melee energy, and just get a little health back whenever we're in those long distance engagements with Hawkmoon. And then Feed the Void. Defeat a target with the Void ability to activate Devour. Devour effects are improved, restoring additional health and grenade energy. So this is so that if we throw our scatter nade and kill something, you get more grenade energy back. So you can have it again. You will always want to try to have as many as you can have up to 2 because of Nothing Manacles. You want to have as much going for that as possible, and then you get Devour, which is awesome. Echo Cessation. This is here because defeating volatile targets creates a void breach. So our melee, our pushback void ball makes them volatile. So when we defeat them, we'll make a void breach, which will give us Devour. Echo Dilation. When crouch, you sneak faster and gain enhanced radar. This is not only a stat buff, but also when you're crouching around, it increases your radar. It's very good for PvP. Leeching, melee final blows, start health regeneration. Obviously, that's great for me and allies. And then Vigilance. Defeating a target while your shields are depleted grants you a temporary void overshield. This is the most broken and consistent, in my opinion, perk fragment you want, for Void in PvP. When you're getting in that engagement and you're firing back and forth, if you get that kill off before your opponent and you get low, you're going to get that overshield. You're going to be able to get out, or you're going to be able to take on the next person coming after you. It's very, very good. It's very nice. The overshield has saved me plenty of times, so definitely run Vigilance. Everything else can be up to you, whatever you prefer. If you run Void a lot, run whatever fragments you want, but definitely run Vigilance. And that's pretty much it for the build. Here is the mod. It's all kinetic targeting, handling, all that stuff, reload. I have Void here simply because of the grenades and stuff, and my shotgun is Void. So that's that. Now we're going to get into the hunter builds, where I have actually a couple that, or a few that I want to actually share with you. Okay, now we're on the hunter, and this is the first build I want to share with you. Now, I don't know if in Iron Banner your power level is going to matter. It doesn't matter in Trials, so I don't think it's going to matter in Iron Banner, besides for reward reasons. But this is the first build I want to share with you. This is the Mask of Backers build that everyone was using at the beginning of Edge of Fate. Now, Mask of Backers has always been one of my favorite exotics to use for PvP, especially with Prismatic, because now I can dodge, I can have grapple, I can have smokes, Threaded Spectre, and Silas Executioner whenever I want to go invis, right? We'll come back to that. I'll go in depth in that in a little bit. Mask of Backers says you have a light shift. While you have stasis or arc super equipped, your dodge becomes a longer range, faster moving shift that partially cloaks you during use. After shifting, your stasis and arc weapons gain a stacking bonus damage for a short time. Final blows while this bonus active. Final blows with this bonus active refund class ability energy. I don't know why I couldn't read there for a second. So basically, Backers wants you to dodge, get a kill while you have light shift active. It'll give you more class ability energy, and then you dodge again and continue that loop. Now, a weapon that people like to pair this with is the new hand cannon Graviton Spike. However, I don't really like the hand cannon. I don't like going back from 150 to 180 RPM. The shift is weird for me. I can't get used to it. And you really want to be alternating your firing modes with that weapon because they overcharge each other. So if you're good at that, use that weapon. It's very powerful, very potent. For me, though, I like to use Backers with a sidearm. Originally, it was P-Spawn from Iron Banner, but with the new update, Forgiveness has just been going insane. Now, they did nerf its range a little bit. However, I believe it is still a great weapon to use. My role is tap the trigger with Precision Instrument, with a range masterwork and ballistics. So I have 69 range and 60 stability. And this thing is just awesome. It feels like it's hitting from a hand cannon range, even though it kind of doesn't. It challenges people at ranges that you wouldn't expect to challenge people, and it can actually win. So if you're consistent at getting headshots, if you're consistent at being on target, Forgiveness is going to be the weapon for you. I like to pair this with a sniper because Backers I'm going to be dodging and getting close, and I need something for long range. And snipers, I'm not gonna, don't quote me on this, but I think snipers right now get 2 shots per ammo brick. That was an update that they mentioned before. I don't know if that's coming already with Ashen Iron or if it's coming up soon, but regardless, I use a sniper because I like to snipe from a distance, and then I'll use my Forgiveness when I'm up close and personal. And then our subclass, you need to run an arc or stasis. You need to run a stasis super, not arc or stasis. Stasis super, so you run that. I run smoke bombs because they're just devastating in PvP. Even though they got a nerf, they're still devastating. I use grapple to get around and for the grapple melee. Threaded Spectre to make people's radars go off. And then Silas Executioner, because if I smoke you and I get the kill, I'm going invisible and I'm going to the next person. Simple as that. Facet of Dawn, so that when you get smoked, I get Radiant. Facet of Purpose, so that I can get, when I get Overpower, I get Frost Armor. Facet Devotion, defeating targets afflicted with stasis or strand debuffs, grant bonus light. Transcendence Energy, this is here purely for a stat boost for me. Rapidly defeating targets with light or darkness damage or super final blows, create element pickup of the matching damage type. So when I'm using my Forgiveness, I has a chance at creating an Ionic Trace, which will give me ability energy. And then Facet of Hope, while you have elemental buff, your class ability regenerates more quickly. So when I can go invis, and then I can dodge faster, which will give me the chain of Mask of Backwards over and over and over and over again, right? So that is what you want to do. Here are the mods. Again, simple. It's building into your targeting, building into your handling, stuff like that. Very strong build, very fun to use. Like I said, if you're good at Graviton Spike, use Graviton because it's very potent, very strong. But like for me, I like my sidearm. I like being up close and personal. That's what I like to do. Now, another build. I have 4 total for Hunter. I had 1 for Warlock, 4 for Hunter. So bear with me. This is the worst thing to happen. Worse than Shatter Dive back in Beyond Light to happen to Destiny PvP. They nerfed it. They fixed the tracking on the knife a little bit. However, it's still very, very strong. This is the throwing knife build with the spread shot hand cannon, where you shoot them with your spread shot hand cannon, prime them, and then you quick knife them and you get the kill. So subclass first, Blade Barrage for a quick super, lightweight knife, so you have that quick knife, and then trip mine grenade, so you can throw trip mines. I like trip mines. Use whatever grenade you want. The big ones you want are Ember Torches to get radiant. You want Ember Beams, so your super actually hits people, and then you want, I believe, this one. So these two work together. Defeating a scorched target grants melee energy and creates a fire sprite, and then fire sprites grant restoration. Just stuff to help you with that. And then see, solar super causes people to ignite a new fire sprite. This is a melee buff, this is a class buff, and this is a health buff. That's why I have those also. This build is super strong. Now, some people like to use Trench Barrel with this. I like Opening Shot because it just makes this shotgun more consistent when I get into the first fight with somebody. I like to pair this with Dragon Shadow so that my swaps are just lightning quick, because if I dodge, shoot you with my shorty, and then throw the knife, I can immediately swap to my Forgiveness super fast and gun down the next person that's behind you. I like to do that because if I happen to miss with my spread shot hand cannon, you are going to lose that battle. If you miss with your spread shot hand cannon and somebody is consistent and they hit you, you're going to lose that. But I'm much stronger with my Forgiveness, so I'll shoot knife the first guy, swap to my Forgiveness in case my knife doesn't. If my knife doesn't hit that guy in the head and defeat him, my Forgiveness is going to clean it up really quick, and consistently that happens. If I miss, my Forgiveness cleans up for sure. I can guarantee that I'm going to get that kill. You want to hit the headshot with your quick knife. However, like with the nerf I said, it's harder to do, but it's still really strong. Again, mods building into kinetic targeting and your secondary. Secondly, this I call my I want to be sweaty build. This is my absolute sweatiest build. This is the build that if I really want to try to win in trials or comp 3v3 situations, this is the build I run. Knucklehead Radar, so I always have my radar up. Criminals, because it's still super strong. And Slayer's Fang. Now you might be wondering why Slayer's Fang. Well, it shoots like a slug at a certain distance because the pellets don't. It really shoots like a hybrid. I don't know how to explain it, but at a certain distance, it will headshot like a slug. One, you get that kill. I'm getting repulsive brace off of it, off of void debuff target. So if I smoke you and hit you with a shotgun, I'm getting an overshield right away. Secondly, it's mostly because of this exotic perk. It says dealing final blows to targets grants Knight Sworn Sight. During that time, final blows grant Knight True Sight, reload speed, and precision damage is increased, and some munitions weaken target. So I can slide in, get a kill, and I instantly have wall hacks all around me, and I can see where everybody is. This shotgun is great for 3v3 situations. However, in a 6v6, it may not be as potent. If you are running around and you get that shotgun kill, you'll be able to see where the rest of the team is, and you'll be able to move accordingly. I'm probably going to be taking this build into there and trying it out. However, I might take one of my other 2 builds or other 3 that are more pub stomp-esque, because those builds are really built for 6v6s, chain killing, and stuff like that. This build is my sweaty 3v3 build. Try it out though. If you like it, it could definitely work. You just got to play, a certain style. It's spectral blades. I use suppressors so that I can suppress supers. Vanishing step to go invis. On the prowl to keep invis going. Melee blows grant grenade energy. I get increased radar with this. Vigilance for the overshield. Picking to avoid breach grant or orb of power grants me devour, and melee blows start health regeneration. Really strong build, really good. Mods, same thing, you know the drill. Lastly, for hunters, this is the build that I recently posted on this channel. It is Ahab Char with Anthras's Embrace. Now, Anthras's gives you a aimbot knife. You know what it does. It gives you an aimbot knife that bounces everywhere and destroys people when you get enough headshots to activate its perk. Ahab Char is a rapid fire frame auto that triggers that perk damn near instantly. It puts so many bullets out that you get 1 kill. Halfway through shooting at that guy, you're gonna have your perk. It's really, really strong. I have a kill clip roll, which, like I said, goes into the whole chain killing thing. Along with Anthras's, it's really good because you have a long time that perk is active. You can go into your next fight, start off with the knife kill, and then go on with your auto. Super is Deadshot because I like the 6-shooter sometimes. I honestly would say go marksman instead. Deadshot has been recently feeling like it goes by too quickly. That's just a me thing though. I pop my super in a bad time and my super just runs out. You want weighted throwing knife, like I said, and again, I like trip mines, so I use trip mines. Shoddy is someday. It's a good shoddy. I think this is my best in class again. Shotgun. I have been loot swarmed, so I'm not sure, but this build is really, really strong. It's awesome. Everything's solar. Everything's leading into this Ahab Char. It hits like a truck because Ahab Char, once you put kill clip on it, it just mows people down, and you're getting the healing from heal clip, so healing is good. Anthras's Embrace is broken. Ahab Char is really nice. Anyway, that's all the builds I have so far. Real quick, I want to go over the stats one more time just so you remember. You want to have a high health stat because you want to be taking those fights and getting your health regeneration back. You want anywhere from 130 to 150. That's about the sweet spot, I would say, where it feels like you get in one fight and you can get your health back pretty quickly after you get away. Then you're going to build into at least 70 super, so you actually get your super during these games. And then you're going to choose what ability you want to run. If you're running a melee based build, build into your melee. If you're running a grenade based build, build into your grenade. If you want to have your class ability up a lot, build into your class ability. If you have high tier gear, you will be able to build into multiples of those. It just depends on where you are in your Destiny gear journey. Anyway, that's the video. I hope you enjoyed. Try out these builds. Let me know if you're trying out any of these builds in Iron Banner. If you're gonna even be playing Iron Banner, let me know in the comments. Drop a sub if you enjoyed the video, and if you want to catch me live next week when we're playing Iron Banner, go in the description, drop a follow over there at the Twitch link. We're gonna be streaming Destiny, and we're gonna be playing Iron Banner. If you want to join up, you want to play with me, you want to play with all the people who we're gonna be playing with, go follow over there, hit up the stream, and I'll catch you in the next video.